this Sideline Scoop, I sat down with two-time Olympian and four-time cycling national champion Adam Duvendeck. Adam currently runs the Velo Sports Center in Carson, California. How early on in life did you really know that cycling was going to be your life?
I found cycling around 13, and it was just one of those sports that really resonated with me because, I don't know, there was an individual aspect to it, but also a team element, and for whatever reason, that sport just really stuck. And while I had tried other sports, cycling was just the one that I really look forward to doing like every single day. By the time I got to my last age category, the 17, 18-year-olds, I'd found track cycling, and it was just fit well within my strengths as a cyclist. And I decided my last year to focus on that solely, and I won the junior national championships that year, and that's kind of what kickstarted this whole journey, which 2 Olympics later was pretty amazing.
So let's talk about that at the Olympics a little bit. I mean, what was the experience like?
Well, I think just the Olympic buzz, it is what really made the feeling of the Olympics different. Having the opportunity to go twice was really incredible. I took a break in between those 2 Olympics. Had gone back to school, and I just wasn't sure that I was going to try again, but I kind of got the itch again around 2006, that I really wanted to try this, try and go for Beijing, and so I restarted. But ultimately, that was my life and my passion. I was fortunate enough to live in Colorado Springs, the Olympic Training Center, and that really kind of helped shape the foundation about what it is to be an Olympic athlete, in terms you live, eat, sleep, you breathe the sport that you're training for. So
what kind of made you go from your history in cycling to now training and working here and doing this kind of thing?
When you retire as an athlete, oftentimes I think people are kind of confused as, okay, well, what now? This is what's consumed my life for the past 10, 15 years, and it really was no different for me. And so I looked at ways that kind of formed a natural progression out of sport. And I think a lot of athletes do this, and I went into coaching. That the sport had given me so much from the time I was very young, and I think back to like Rory and what his influence was on me, and how much I looked up to him, and how much I wanted to be an Olympian because I had this Olympian coaching me. I wanted to try and provide that back to other people, and really help them kind of cut a lot of the corners that you have to figure out during your own career. More recently, having been hired to run the Velodrome here at the Home Depot Center, my goal, because I got so much from the sport, is to try and run this Velodrome in a way that exposes it to as many people as possible, and provides the opportunity for people to come out and really try out something that's truly amazing. I mean, if you look, behind me, you have a track that's banked at 45 degrees, and people come in. I've never met anyone that has come in the building that says, that isn't amazed at just how incredible this facility is. And so I was very excited when I was hired, because I knew that I would have the opportunity to expose people to this building and make people smile, because that's really what happens when you get on the track.
What's your ultimate goals, or what do you see yourself doing?
In sport, we set goals, and we figure out a training plan to achieve those goals, and then once that goal is achieved, then we kind of reset and we move towards the next goal. And I think that's a lesson that you can apply to your life, and that I try to apply to everything that I do, is set a goal for either trying to help another athlete, help them set their own goals, and then help them to achieve those, or within a facility, set goals for the facility that I would like to see, and work towards that goal, and then kind of reset and create something new. So I think those are all just valuable life lessons that I've taken away from sport, and from having been involved with high-end competition for the majority of my adult life. We're hoping to build this velodrome into basically a high-performance cycling center, where we provide all the different types of testing that one would ever want: aerodynamic testing, physiological testing, and making this really a mecca for cycling in the Southern California area.
As a former Olympian, Adam had the opportunity to talk with local students in the Ready, Set, Gold program.
One of those opportunities was being involved with a program called Ready, Set, Gold, which was a program originally during the bid when LA was trying to get the 2012 Olympics. And obviously they ended up in London, but as a part of that, they were looking at a legacy program where they had Olympians go into schools and really try and encourage children to become more active, really look at their eating choices. And I was involved with that for a number of years. If just saying the word Olympian is something that provides these kids hope and inspiration to try and be healthier or be more active, then that's incredible, and I love being a part of trying to hopefully better their lives.